Hey guys, this is Clint Quisenberry. I'm in the machine shop over at Karl Kustoms. I've got Steve Borts with me today. We've been building championship-proven engines for decades, and we've been around the whole time these crate engines have been a part of racing, you know, from the beginning, and Steve's been a part of that as well. I wanted to talk a little bit today about our crate engine portion of our business. These have been a big contender in racing. I wanted to let you guys know kind of what we do, the things we offer that are different from maybe other companies to help you with your crate engine purchase and keeping you up front. So Steve, like I said, you've kind of seen these things from the beginning. You've raced yourself. Can you talk a little bit about what we do once we get these engines from GM, sealing them, dynoing, that process here at Karl Kustoms?
You know, first of all, everyone needs to know that, you know, GM themselves manufacture these engines. And, you know, we get them from GM in the crate, and you can either buy them that way. We highly recommend you have them dynoed. When we do dyno them, you know, the big thing is, you know, we reset valves before they go on the dyno. And you know, the 602, you have to add oil filter adapter, spark plugs. None of that stuff comes with the motor. The 604 comes with that stuff. So, you know, we add everything it needs to make it run, including, you know, naturally oil. And, you know, we prime the motor, check top dead center, and then we get them on the dyno, and we dyno all of them with our dyno carburetor, so we know what that motor should put out with that carburetor. But once we get to the dyno, you know, we start off by, you know, breaking them in. We break them in, make sure the rings are sealed, and then we start making some, you know, pulls on it to find out what the power and the torque, or the horsepower and the torque is. And we'll pull on several times. We'll move the timing to find out if a specific motor likes, you know, 32 or 33, you know, it bounces around, you know, just, but we find out where that specific motor likes to run, and that's what we recommend to you to run the car at.
And these motors you see here, they have IMCA seals. A lot of the engines that we sell, we do seal with IMCA tags. Can you talk a little bit about that and maybe some other sanctioning bodies?
Yeah, we IMCA, it is mandatory that new motors have IMCA seals, pan, the front cover, and an intake manifold. Some other sanctioning bodies, all you have to have is the actual GM seal bolts, and that's all that's required by some sanctioning bodies. We send some out without the IMCA seals. Guys don't want them because their sanctioning body, you know, does not recognize them, and all it has to have is the GM seals.
Say you buy a new engine from us and you want to buy a, you know, an accessory kit, a carburetor, something like that. Can we put that on the engine before that gets to the customer?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If like this motor here, you know, we've added a water pump and pulleys. This customer wanted a manual fuel pump, and also an MSD distributor and wires. So we will dyno with you know, definitely your carburetor and distributor and accessories, you know, so make sure everything's working right, the carburetors are set.
And that's the biggest thing of, like I said, we've been involved with this since the inception, so we've tried pretty much everything on these crates. We know what they like, what they don't like, and we can kind of get it working together. And the biggest thing we want is when you get this engine at home and drop it in the car, it's ready to go. Now, as I said, we've been doing this a while, and you deal with all sorts of customers. You got a guy that's converting from an open motor to a crate, or a guy that just needs a new crate. Can you talk a little bit about, you know, let's say I run an open motor and now I want to get a crate, how you would walk them through, you know, the stuff that they're going to need to put it in their car?
Specifically, they are going to need a different flywheel, flex plate flywheel. These motors are one-piece rear main seals, and most of the open motors are the old style two-piece rear main seal. So A, they're the wrong bolt pattern, and B, these motors have to be externally balanced on the back. It does take a different header. The ports are raised just a little bit, so you know, if you put your standard header on here, you'll definitely be having massive header gasket leaks, and you won't be getting the full power out of them because part of the port will be blocked. So you do need to get an actual crate motor header for them. And you know, your water pump, pulleys, that type stuff can change over. You know, the front of the motor is the same as far as that goes. So, and a fuel pump, you know, if you're running methanol, we do recommend you run a belt drive pump.
You know, Steve, as you mentioned, these motors come from GM, so you can buy these other places. But why would you say, you know, maybe a good reason is to buy from Karl Kustoms?
I would say the main reason is our experience. I mean, we have dynoed hundreds, if not thousands, of these motors over the year. I can't give you an exact number, but you know, we've dynoed an awful lot of them. And through all that dynoing, we have learned from all those dynos. And you know, we think we, you know, have everything, you know, figured out as close as we can get. To give you a top-notch motor. We've got employees here that have raced them, so we're getting feedback from the racetracks. And but the bottom line is our experience, I guess, with dyno and all the engines.
Cool. And like I said, I am in the machine shop here at Karl Kustoms. We build open motors as well. We're highly versed in both. So whatever your need is, or whatever you want to run, an open motor or crate motor, these guys can take care of you. Make sure to give our team a call, give Steve a call if you got questions, and we'd be happy to take care of you.